We have been historically very quality focused in our approach. And what that means is that we look to find companies that we want to invest in and hold over the longer term.
Rene, great to see you again. Thank you for joining me at the NYSE studio here at the ETF Experience in Las Vegas.
Yes, thank you, Judy, for having me. Great to see you.
So, Rene, I want to start off by talking about the biggest opportunities or trends that you're seeing in the market in 2025.
Absolutely. So over the last few years, we have seen a very highly concentrated U.S. Market, particularly in U.S. growth in large cap. So what that means is that we've seen a very small number of securities within the top 10 that are ultimately driving the performance of the market. So they're in particular with U.S. growth, these companies have made up over 50% of these market indices and accounted for over 80% of its total returns. And so if investors are looking for diversification and have historically used these market indices for that purpose, they're simply not getting the diversification that they once were receiving versus years past. And so when we fast forward to year to date, we've obviously seen pullbacks in the equity market. We've seen volatility rise, the small cohort of securities that were previously driving the market up are now the ones primarily responsible as a group for driving the market down.
Okay, so tell me, how is American Century Investments addressing these trends?
We have been historically very quality focused in our approach. And what that means is that we look to find companies that we want to invest in and hold over the longer term. And so over the history throughout the firm and through the experience that has been built upon over that time, we have looked to create strategies that have harnessed that tilt and focus towards higher quality within various segments of the market. So whether we're looking at U.S. growth, we're looking at U.S. value or non-U.S., we're looking to focus on higher quality and also achieve greater diversification within some of these strategies in order to provide both an active management approach with quality focus and with broader diversification.
And Rene, what ETFs would you like investors to consider?
So we have a suite of rules-based, transparent ETFs that are quality focused. And one in particular I'd like to highlight is our U.S. quality growth ETF, ticker QGROW. And that strategy is very highly quality focused and seeks to provide a diversification of growth exposures, meaning that we have companies that have high growth potential, as well as companies that have growth potential but trade at attractive valuations. And so we're able to be market regime adaptive when it comes to the exposure across these two different growth approaches. Again, it's an active strategy with a transparent methodology, all wrapped in an ETF that is tax efficient and competitively priced.
And finally, where should investors go to learn more about your ETFs and also your market views?
Absolutely. So investors can find out more about our ETFs and our market views at AmericanCenturyInvestments.com.
Rene, it's always wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me.
Likewise. Thank you.